What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, more Guardians of the Galaxy cast members speaking out about James Gunn. Oh boy, another one of these gifts that keeps on giving. So today, we are going to talk about Glenn Close. Glenn Close was talking to, hang on, I gotta pull it up here, Empire. She spoke with Empire, and obviously Glenn Close played Nova Prime in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I love it so much. She goes, it's hard to think of it without him. Close said about Guardians Beyond Gunn. It's sad, and it brings up, I think, some very tricky issues around this movement. I bring it up with every woman I talk to because I want to know what people feel. You know, it's truly what we should. Is that truly what we should be doing? This is my favorite part right here. I just want you to realize something, Glenn Close, and all of the Hollywood wokies out there, and all the social justice warriors. This is the world you created. You created this world. And you never cared when it affected people that you didn't agree with. The moment you start affecting your own, suddenly you want to bring up how stupid it is. That is hilarious to me. So, she says, especially in this case, somebody in the comicbook.com said, alt-right blogger Mike Cernovich, who's known to ruin people for something they wrote in a totally different context, what, 10, 12 years ago, Close said? What are we going to do? Go back to our past and make sure that everything what we said was politically correct? Who can live like that? I just feel there's something wrong about that. Thank you. That's what we've been saying. That's what we've been saying for years. But these SJWs want to go digging up people's past when they were 17, 18 years old. This is happening all over the place. And you never cared then. You never cared when it was taking down people that you didn't care about or you weren't concerned with. And then James Gunn, Mr. I'm going to get on my woke box on social media all day long and preach to the high heavens about how much he hates the president and how much he hates this and how Roseanne, he agreed with Roseanne being fired. He actually agreed with it, you know? And now suddenly you want to sit there and talk about how crazy it is that people are actually going back and finding old tweets and firing people over it. Another thing you said that I don't like is you said that it was something taken out of context. How can you take when a grown man, a 40-year-old grown man, talks about touching little kids out of context? I would love to know how that's taken out of context, Glenn Close. If that's the case, would you be okay with him talking about your kids or probably your grandkids at this point? Would you be okay with James Gunn saying that to them? Hey, it depends on the context, right? I mean, it's okay to talk about little kids and touching little kids as long as it's in the proper context, right? That's exactly what you're saying, right? Proper context? No, it's because he's on the proper side of the political argument. Therefore, you're going to do anything you can to take up for him. That's exactly how it works. I wonder, Glenn Close, did you say the same thing when the Trump tapes came out, the Hollywood Access or whatever the hell it was, you know, where Trump's talking about grabbing women? Did you bring up context to that? Huh? No, I bet you didn't. If you did, I would love for you to prove me wrong. I would love for you to prove me wrong where you stood up for Trump saying this was a long time ago and it's out of context. I would love for you to show me where that happened, but you can't because you didn't say it, because you would not dare take up for Donald Trump, would you? But it's okay to take up for James Gunn because he's just talking about touching little kids, right, Glenn Close? That's all he's doing. I mean, it's not, you're just taking him out of context, right? It's okay as long as it's in context. You are full of crap. The Guardians of the Galaxy cast is insane. And this is why this situation has made me so happy. Again, I'm a huge fan of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. I love these movies. I worship these movies. I think these movies are modern day Star Wars. I can separate the art from the artist. I do it all the time. Some of my favorite bands are left-leaning people that scream about the president all day long. I don't care. I separate the art from the artist. But in this situation, James Gunn, he played with fire and he got burnt. And I love the hypocrisy of the Hollywood elites. They suddenly have standards about people getting offended by tweets when it affects James Gunn. But they don't have standards when it affects someone that they don't agree with politically. This is why this story right here is so entertaining to me. This is why I'm covering it so much, because these people should never be taken seriously. They can have whatever opinions they want, but the media, the mainstream media, seems to think that they know what they're talking about because the media wants to push their narrative. This is why I continue to talk about it. And I'm going to continue to talk about it as long as this Guardians of the Galaxy cast will give me, content to cover. I'll do it. And it appears they're not going to shut up. It appears they're just going to keep talking out of their ass, and they're going to keep showing how ass backwards their way of thinking is. So yeah, another day, another Guardians of the Galaxy cast member showing their complete Hollywood hypocrisy. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. So Glenn Close, all I'm saying, if you are so adamant, I'm going to read this line one more time. What are we going to do? Go back to our past and make sure that everything we said was politically correct? We can live like, who can live like that? I just feel there's something wrong about that. Especially in this case, somebody who's known to ruin people for something they wrote in a totally different context, what, 10, 12 years ago? What about Trump? Did you have a problem with what Trump said? Did you take up for Trump on the Access Hollywood bus? Did you? Or how about, what was that guy's name that was on the bus? That guy got fired just because he was there. Like, I don't even know, Billy Bush? Billy Bush just got fired. He got fired and he lost his marriage. All because a tape from like several years ago came out where Trump was talking like a dude talks. I'm sorry if you live in a world where men don't talk like that, but you live in a very sheltered world. Men talk like that. And any man, any grown-ass man that tells you he don't talk like that is a liar. He's lying to your face. And if you believe that, then that's your fault for being naive. But that is how dudes talk. We don't mean half of it. We talk shit. That's what we do. And you can either accept that or you can't. But that is the reality of the situation. Your loving husband that never watches porn, he's lying to you. He looks at other women. He objectifies other women. I don't care what he says. He does. And that is something you are going to have to deal with if you believe different. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.